Welcome back to PowerFlex, the garage gym that just doesn't die. Well, okay, that sounded kind of negative, but I meant it in the most positive way. Like, I haven't posted a video in a while. I haven't gotten anything new, really. There's not really a whole lot of content that can be made. And, well, lately I've just been so busy that, take a look around. The garage looks like, well, a garage. But we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. If you guys can let your friends know, if they have some extra time, they kind of just want to waste it, or they maybe just think it's like a podcast, and they just want to kind of listen to somebody ramble on about nothing, tell them to subscribe and invite their friends that also have the same priorities, because that would be really cool if we could get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be such a big flex. But anyway, yeah, this is the garage gym now. All right, so look, the gym closed, and I had an option to kind of buy in and lease the space and kind of build from there. And yeah, I was doing my rounds and trying to guerrilla market a little bit and get people to subscribe to the idea of new school powerlifting, the way that I train my clients. And maybe it's because, I came from the Marines and I saw how sustainability wasn't really effective for most people. And then I went into a commercial gym, LA Fitness, and I had to train mostly advanced age and younger people. And it kind of taught me to be a little more longevity focused. And now that I'm a powerlifting instructor and that's what I want to expand in, that's the field that I want to take on and be a real coach, I realized that, well, the science is pretty clear, right? You don't have to train past failure, just approaching failure. Most people's idea of powerlifting, or what they see anyway, is this.
Who do you want to be the next president of the United States of America? But at the end of the day, I thought about it. Does it really fucking matter? I'm still gonna get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do my fasted cardio, and all I hear about is, build a wall. We're gonna build a wall. Well, how about building a fucking gym where the dumbbells go up to 400 pounds?
And I'm not that guy. Even in the Marines, I never acted hard. That wasn't me. I'm a kind of silly, goofy guy, if you will. Powerlifting is about competition, absolutely. But more than anything, it's about perseverance and goal setting and being able to be proud of what you've done outside of the superficial. So that's what I'm trying to communicate. And unfortunately, it's hard to kind of convert people from the idea of hardcore powerlifting, old school, your joints are gonna hate you forever, to new school, where there is a science-based community. There is evidence supporting that you don't have to push that hard to get really good numbers. And I think I have clients that demonstrate that, myself included. But again, alas, I digress. I couldn't convince people of that. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. And that's why all this stuff is back in the garage and we have no room to do anything. And yet we're here doing high bar squats, and then we're going to do deadlifts, and that's pretty much all the time we'll have. So let's get to that. So this is supposed to be my deadlift day. It's Thursday, it's the latter half of the week. I do my low bar squats during the beginning half, and then I do high bar at the end to kind of complement that and really build that quad strength. And typically I like to use the SSB because it relieves some shoulder fatigue that I might have built from low bar. But this mesocycle I decided to do just traditional high bar because one, I thought I was going to do Olympic weightlifting. Two, I don't know, I feel like it'll have more carryover. And I think that's very true because I'm getting used to where the bar is being placed, the dynamics of where my knees have to move, how my hips have to shift a little bit. And even though there's not much of that in high bar, it's still giving me more explosive power out of the hole. And I've noticed that in just the 2 weeks that I've been training. Last week, 275, 245, 225, I kind of like rotated that in and out and kind of mixed it up because I couldn't find the right load for the 3 sets of 5. But this week, as you saw, I didn't even set the safeties in because I'm just that confident with 255 for 5 reps and having at least 2 reps left in the tank. Or at the very least, that's what I'm willing to work with right now. Again, like I said, I'm starting with high bar squats because I've noticed that there's a little bit of a disengagement, if you will, in my deadlift, and I'm kind of working on a theory here. I'm thinking that my deadlift is much better after squats, and I know the science says you should do the toughest lift or the one that you want to improve the most the first, but I don't know. It's been tough for me to really like engage those muscles and really get a nice flow going doing deadlifts first. So here I am. I'm gonna finish my 3rd set. First set was nice, 2nd set was even better. 3rd set should be the best. Last set, best set. And then we'll do some deadlifts and test out that theory. If we can hit the numbers we want to hit, then boom, that's a check, and we'll always do high bar squats before deadlifts. If not, then you know, that's science, baby. All right, so look, I'm not gonna blame you if you think that I'm training like a pussy because, yeah, there were a lot of reps left in those sets, but the increased volume over the weeks of training is what really matters. And I'm still getting used to the barbell for high bar squats as opposed to the SSB. So, yeah, give me a break. I don't know. Let's do deadlifts. It's time. Drop the bass. Bass drop. Now make it proud. All right, so look, I think it's pretty fair to say that today's experiment was an outstanding success. So ladies and gentlemen, do your squats before your deadlifts. I'm just playing. Probably stick to what you no, and then experimented a little bit, kind of like I did right now. That's science. And yeah, I don't know, I'm having a pretty good day. That was 420 for 3 reps, and I still feel like I had a little bit left in the tank, if I do say so myself. Of course, Instagram says differently, and they think that my RPE scale is a little whack, but today, man, just feels good. Deadlifts are on track. Squats, I squatted 330 for 3. Man, this is like the beginning of my last peaking phase, and it's just the middle of my last strength phase. So when I peak, man, I can't even imagine what numbers I'll be hitting for triples. So figuring out my openers is gonna be a whole new world for me, and I am super excited to compete. We got 3 competitions basically back to back. One is kind of a feeler. The second one is just so I can break that state record in the deadlift, and if I hit anything close to this, boom, record broken. And then that last one is for fun because it is USAPL. That's what I have to look forward to. 2 that are halfway decent and could go very well, and then the last one where I'll just like try to hit all of the fancy numbers, and I'll make a video about that later on because it is very, very exciting, and I want to talk about that to extent. So with that, leave the video a like. I almost forgot to do that. What kind of YouTuber am I, right? Leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you guys have any questions or would like to see some type of content from this garage that's just a garage at this point, and I will see you guys at the next flex. Does anybody else ever feel like they train legs super duper hard, and yet for some reason it is the one body part that is like straight up just lagging? Like, this is the only angle in which I don't look like I have tiny legs.